Hi YouTube, this is Juanita Franklin coming back to you guys with another video. Before I get into what the video is really about, I want to say this because I know you guys probably wondering why I got this hospital band on my arm and this bandage around my arm. Is because I got sick and ended up at the emergency room yesterday, and thank God my tests came back fine. Except one thing, they diagnosed me with upper respiratory infection. I was feeling sick. My blood pressure had went up high. I was feeling sick in my chest area. My heart was feeling funny. So, but thank God I wasn't having a heart attack, because when they ran the, when they did the, whatever the test they do on me to check your heart, I think an EKG, not an EKG, they did a test on me. When they stick these things all over you, I forgot what they call it. But anyway, to make a long story short, they checked to make sure you're not having a heart attack or whatever. Thank God I wasn't having a heart attack, but I was up. My body was up on a lot of stress. I'm feeling a little better than I was on yesterday. I laid in the bed 2 days in a row, all day, because I was feeling sick, and I kept feeling like I had to vomit. So, you know, they gave me medication and all that. They drew, I don't know how many tubes of blood to run tests yesterday. They did a chest x-ray, make sure I didn't have pneumonia. They put the swab thing in my nose to make sure I didn't have the flu. You know, so they ran all kind of different tests on me, and thank God all of them came back fine. The only thing they said I had was I had a cough, an upper respiratory infection, and nauseated stomach. Kept feeling like I had to vomit. Anyway, they gave me these 2 bottles of pills to take. This supposed to be for nauseated stomach and nausea and vomiting, and this is supposed to be for pain from the infection. So these are both 2 bottles of pills they gave me, and with both of these mixed together, I don't know what's in these pills, but it had me real high last night at the hospital. When I left the hospital, it was like I was sky high. My godson was there. He took me to Walgreens to fill my prescription that the hospital gave me. And I was so high, my godson was like, "Mom, I hope you remember what's going on tonight. I hope you remember that we in Walgreens." You know, he said, "Are you gonna remember everything that went on today?" And I was like, "Well, I hope I do." Anyway, but thank God I'm feeling a little better than I did on yesterday and the other day. Okay, now I get into what the video is about. This video is about, I have an autism daughter. Damo Wilson, I hope you see this video, because I know you found out that your son has autism lately. Anyway, this is for everybody that's watched this video. This is for everybody in the world that has a autistic kid. For some of the parents who been knowing their kids have autism, for some of the parents who just finding out that their child has autism. I have an autism daughter. Her name is Triana. She's 25 years old, and she's also on diapers. How I found out she had autism. She was like, after I gave birth to her, she came out like a little yellowish color, like she had jaundice or something. But they didn't keep her in the hospital. They let me bring her home with me like 2 days after I had her. She was born full-term baby. She was born at the normal weight. She weighed 7 pounds and 8 ounces. So she was a pretty big baby, but she had autism. She was disabled, and I didn't know it. So when she turned 1 year old, she couldn't do nothing like a normal 1-year-old supposed to do. She couldn't walk. She couldn't crawl. She couldn't hold her own bottle. She used to stare at the ceiling all the time, and she used to flop her head. So I knew something was wrong with my baby. I just didn't know what it were. So what I did was I called Presbyterian St. Luke Medical Hospital here in Chicago and asked to speak to a doctor or a nurse in the emergency room. So I called there, and they put a doctor or a nurse on the phone, whoever it was at the time. And I was telling them that my daughter's 1 year old. She can't walk. She can't crawl. She can't hold her own bottle. She flops her head. She stepped at the ceiling a lot. I said something is wrong with my baby. I need to know what it is. This is not what she's not doing things that a normal 1-year-old would do. So the doctor told me to bring her in to the Children's Hospital of West Presbyterian. So I took her in to the Children's Hospital, and they ran all kind of tests on her and stuff. So then they had me come back like a week later for the results. And I took her back like a week later. And so when I was in the room, it was me, my daughter, and my daughter godmom. When I was in the room with the doctor and they were giving us the results, first they said she had cerebral palsy. So I never even knew what cerebral palsy was at the time. So I'm like, what is cerebral palsy? And so the doctor was like, cerebral palsy is a brain disease. They gave me so much bad news that it was ridiculous. They told me my daughter was going to never walk. She was going to never talk. She's going to have a seizure so hard her bones was going to break. So, of course, I'm a mother. I love my daughter. It freaked me out. And I fell to the floor and I started crying. Then I was walking around holding my daughter and crying in my arms. And then, so I left the hospital. They set up a point for her to have a speech therapy and physical therapy and stuff like that at the hospital. So I left home with my daughter, and I went home and I started calling my family members and telling them the bad news, what the doctor at the hospital told me. And I'm just walking around. I was holding my daughter every day for like 2 months, just crying. And it hurted me so bad that my daughter was like that. My daughter's supposed to be disabled like that, and the bad news they gave me. So I walked around every day for like 2 months, crying up a storm. And so my mom was like, stop crying around her a lot because she's going to know something is wrong. So I had to pull it together, and get myself together. So then, but come to find out years later, that hospital misdiagnosed my daughter. Okay. So here comes some years later. Okay. The years later start coming. I'm trying to put my daughter in school. And I was putting her in the regular public school. I wasn't putting her in a school for kids like her. I'm putting my daughter in a regular school. So the school, of course, they do their own evaluation. They have me take my daughter to see a psychiatrist. They evaluated my daughter. They even came out to my house, the social workers and stuff like that. So then when they got through doing their own evaluations and their own little tests and whatever they were doing on her, they had her sit in the classroom and had her doing little tests on different things like blocks and different stuff like that. Pictures in the book. Her teacher had her sit down doing like little tests on her and see how far her mental state was, like point to different pictures in the book, But my daughter was so smart. Everything the teacher told her to point to in that book, she knew what the word. She was like, show me the pizza. My daughter would point to the slice of pizza that was in the book. And then she was like, show me the apple. My daughter would point to the apple inside the book. And mind you, my daughter couldn't even talk at all back then. She was nonverbal. She couldn't say not one word. My daughter just used to scream and make noises. She couldn't even talk at first. And so, to make a long story short, so when they got through doing all these different tests and evaluations and stuff, then I also took her to her own doctor. And her own doctor was like evaluating her herself. When all these people got to evaluate my daughter, they found out my daughter has autism. Okay? That she had autism. So when she turned like 15, my daughter couldn't talk at all for 15 whole years. She was nonverbal. She couldn't say mom. She couldn't say nothing. She was just screaming, make noises. She was just make noises. That was it. And, when she get excited, she got her certain noise. When she gets sad, once in a while, she got her certain noise. When she cried, But anyway, to make a long story short, so soon she turned 15 years old. That's when my daughter started trying to say words. She know how to say words, but she take the first letter off of all her words. She don't know how to say her words correctly, but she do know how to say a lot of words now. And she take the first letter off every last word she speak. Like instead of saying mom, matter of fact, she said mom with an N. Instead of she saying mom, she said nom. Instead of she saying White Castle, she said Ite Assel. But she take all the first letter off of her word. And I didn't notice it at first. And my niece is a minister. She's come over my house a lot. And she came over one day and she was like listening to my daughter. And she said, Auntie, she said, do you notice Triana take the first letter off all her words? And I was like, you know what? I told her, I said, I never really paid that no attention. Like, I never paid really, I would listen to her talk and say words, but I didn't realize she was taking the first letter off all of them. But I would just always read her lips when she talked to me so I can understand what she's trying to tell me, so I can get her what she wants, get her what she needs or whatever. But anyway, to make a long story short, okay, she started learning how to talk. She started talking, saying a lot of words when she turned 15. I had took my daughter, I potty trained my daughter because she didn't start walking until she got like 3 years old. So I had to carry her for 3 whole years. She didn't start walking till she turned 3. So, mind you, when she started walking real good, I started potty training her. I would sit on the toilet and let my daughter watch me on the toilet, to teach her how to use the toilet. And so I started putting her on a grown-up toilet. I didn't get no little potty chair to go, no little potty training thing to go, chair to go train her in, no little potty. Anyway, I put her on a regular toilet and potty trained her when she was like 3 years old. And so she, and then I, about her a lot of little, little girly underwears or whatever. But to make a long story short, put her on the pot, on the toilet, and let her learn how to use. So I potty trained her real good at first. Okay, then some years come down the line, me and my kids was in church one Sunday. And my daughter, she was sitting on the pews, and she lost control of her bladder, and she made a mistake and urinated on the pews. Okay, but my pastor, thank God, at the time, he did not get mad, he did not get angry at all, because he knew that she was disabled. He knew her situation. So what he did was, when I told him she made a mistake and urinated on the pew, he said, bring her here so I could pray for her. So first I took her to the bathroom to clean her up. And then I came back and I took her to the pastor to pray over her. So he put some oil on her, and his spirit discernment started kicking in. He said, Sister Juanita, take this baby to the doctor. He says something is wrong with her, something not right. Something is wrong with her, the reason she urinated on the pew. He said, your daughter lost control of her bladder. Take her to the doctor and find out what's wrong. And he said, I'm finna pray for God to heal her. So he put the oil over her in the hall of the church. And he prayed over her. And then we left church that Sunday. The next day, I took my daughter to the doctor. The doctor ran tests on her and stuff and told me that she had a bladder infection. And so that bladder infection, I guess it was pretty bad, so it made her lose control of her bladder and urinate in church on the pews. So anyway, to make a long story short, that's when they put my daughter back on diapers because she lost control of her bladder. They put her back on diapers, and she's been on diapers ever since, and she's 25 years old and she's still on diapers. A lot. She's smart. She do know a lot because she try to make her own coffee, try to make her own sandwiches. So a lot of things she get up and she try to do for herself, but then some things she can't do for herself that she don't know how to do. I have taught my daughter a lot through the years. She learned a lot going to school from her teachers and stuff like that. But the thing about it is, she never learned how to brush her teeth on her own correctly. So I have to brush her teeth for her. She never learned how to bath herself correctly. I have to bath her. She never learned how to wash herself up correctly. I have to wash her up to make sure she's thoroughly clean. So I put my daughter in the tub once a day. Okay, and I let her soak and I bath her thoroughly. I took up time to try to teach her how to bath herself. I tried to teach her how to brush her own teeth. I tried to teach her how to wash herself up. But she still, even though I took up time to teach her, she still would not do it correctly. Like when she used to brush her teeth, she used to brush it just, certain ways, but she didn't know how to brush her whole entire mouth, real thoroughly. So I had to brush her teeth for her. I used to teach her how to wash up and bath herself. She still didn't know how to bath herself and wash up correctly. She would take the soap and just put one little part there and one part there. And then, she didn't know how to just basically bath and wash herself up, even though I was training her to do that. She still couldn't, pick up on that to learn how to do it correctly and thoroughly on her own. So I said, forget it. I just bath my own daughter, So now she gets in the bathtub every single day. Me and my older daughter take turns bathing her, But to all the parents in the world that has an autistic daughter or autistic son, and for those who just finding out their kids has autism, my advice to you guys is what the doctor told me when I found out my daughter was disabled. The first thing they told me was, don't treat my daughter no different than I treat my other kids. That's the first thing they told me. The second thing they told me is, treat her like ain't nothing wrong with her. Treat her normal. Don't treat her like nothing wrong with her. Treat her like she's a normal child, just like my other kids. The third thing they told me were, show her lots of love and attention. Because when you show them lots of love and attention, they help them. They help them mentally to I forgot what the doctor said. Doctor said it helped them. I'm trying to think what the doctor told me. Show them a lot of love and attention because it helped their developmental stage. That's what the doctor told me. It helped them develop more quickly, more better, or whatever. It helps their developmental stage. That's what the doctor told me. What else the doctor told me? You gotta have patience with them. That's nothing. You gotta have a lot of patience to deal with a disabled child. You have to have a lot of patience. Another thing, don't ever in life be ashamed of your child. Okay? Because God don't make no mistakes. Okay? He give those kind of kids to parents he know that's gonna love them, be patient with them, and stick by them, and be good parents to them, and take great care of them. Okay? God, you can't be ashamed of nothing God gave you. God gave me my daughter. So I never in my life been ashamed of her. I'm not going to be ashamed of her. I take her places. She be, man, when my kids was growing up, I have all three of my kids everywhere I went. All three of them. In the grocery store, laundromats, everywhere. I was never ashamed of my daughter because my daughter cannot help the way she is. She never made herself. She didn't make herself that way. If she knew how to make her, if she wouldn't knew how to make herself, she would have made herself differently. Okay? So she can't help the way she is. Okay? But I love her to life. I wouldn't trade my daughter for nothing or no one on this planet. She's my heart. She's my world. I love my daughter. Okay? Another thing is, treat them the way you want to be treated if that was you born like them. Okay? If you was born disabled like them, you wouldn't want nobody mistreating you, hurting you, abusing you. You would want them to love you, show you attention, affection, take care of you, be there for you, and not be ashamed of you and not mistreat you. You're not supposed to mistreat nobody, period. But you're definitely not supposed to mistreat a disabled person. A person with cerebral palsy, a person with autism, a person with Down syndrome. You're not supposed to mistreat those kind of people at all. Now, I did sign up for the Autism Walk with this place called Autism Speak. They have, in Chicago, they have every year in the summer, they have a run, an autism run, a walk or run or something for the autism kids and stuff like that. And they got a set up where you can even do a fundraising. You can do a fundraising where you can donate to the autism kids and stuff like that, and the autism adults in the world. And then they also got a way you can go to the walk and set up your own little booth and do your own little fundraising and raise money for your own child. They also got a way you can, like I said, do a fundraising, autism fundraising to raise money, sowing a seed towards your own child. If you want to raise a fundraiser just for your child, you get to go down there and set up your own booth. And it'd be people from all over the world that come to that autism walk or run, whatever it is. It's people all over the world that come, so it'd be a lot of people there, and you definitely gonna make money setting up your own booth. I haven't done it yet, but they did tell me I can come down there, set up my own booth, and make money for my own daughter. But I just haven't did it yet. What else? Thank God for the prayers of the righteous availing much, because my daughter had a lot of prayers through the years from different pastors and different churches, because my kids grew up in church. My kid was born and raised in church. So they was in church for many years, and there's a lot of pastors and stuff was praying over my daughter. And one pastor called my daughter the miracle baby when she was little, told me God was going to work a miracle on her. And he did. right before my very eyes, he did work a miracle on her because she got up and started walking. She learned how to talk when she got older. She just couldn't say, all her words correctly, but she still learned how to talk to the point I can understand what she's saying and what she's trying to tell me, by reading her lips and stuff like that. And if you really listen to my daughter, you can listen to what she's trying to tell you. You can understand what she's saying. She's very smart. She's very advanced. She know how to ask for money. She know how to ask for food when she home. She know how to ask for McDonald's. She know how to ask for White Castle. Her favorite food is White Castle. She love White Castles, and she love. She drink a lot of water. She love her salads. I don't have no problem giving my daughter vegetables when I go in the kitchen and cook vegetables. My daughter would literally sit there and eat all her vegetables. When she was little, she didn't like vegetables. I had to force her to eat them. But yeah. So for all the parents in the world that has an autism child, your child is the greatest child in the world. Every parent that got an autism kid have great kids. They smart. They intelligent. They trust me. They know what they be doing. They know what they be doing, because my daughter, when she used to do something she know she had no business, get into something she had no business, and if you was to go, she sneak in the refrigerator trying to get something, and if she see you coming and she get busted, she had this busted look on her face. She be like this. She be having this busted look on her face, and then she'll run from you because she knows she been got into something she got no business that you don't want her to get into. So my daughter, when she get busted trying to get into something, she take off running. So that's how I know she knows she be doing. And it be so funny. So a lot of times I laugh because it be funny, and then the look on her face be saying it all. It be so hilarious. But I love my baby. I wouldn't trade her for nothing in the world. She be having my whole family laughing because she be doing some funny stuff. I be like, this little girl, I'm like, I love my daughter though. She be having my sister and them, all of them laughing. She be cracking me up. She went to my brother's house for Thanksgiving about a year or two ago. I didn't go, but my brother came and got my 3 daughters and took them over his house so they could be with him, his wife, and his daughters. And she gets over there. My older daughter, when it was time for her to leave and come home, my older daughter kept trying to put her shoes on her. She kept kicking them back off. Didn't want to leave my brother's house. My brother literally picked her up like she was a baby and put her shoes on and her coat on. And I don't know if he carried her out of there or what, but it was, my brother had me rolling laugh when he brought her home. He said, my daughter was like, I ain't going home, care what y'all say. She kept taking off her shoes and her coat and giving my older daughter a hard time. She didn't want to leave my brother's house. So, but my brother, she do mind my brother. My brother tell her one time to do something, she gonna do it. But she's very smart and bright. My sister, she's the only one out of all my mom's grandkids that's disabled. The whole family is crazy about her. My mom and my sisters and my brothers and my kids, my other 2 kids and my grown niece and nephews. They just love her dearly. I go to a family event. My sister would take her off my hand and watch her while I go get a little break and do without, get to mingle with everybody. So yeah. If she want White Castle, we can go to a family event. They have a big table, long table full of soul food. If my daughter says she want White Castle, my sister's gonna get in that car, drive away to White Castle and get it for her. So yeah, she literally is sport riding, but my mom and them all have got a sport. But anyway, like I said, for the parents that got autism kids, just keep loving on them, supporting them, get them lots of love and attention, have patience with them, keep being the good parent that you are to them. That's about it. You're gonna have your days where, if once in a while, sometimes autism kids, they throw tantrums and stuff like that. Because my daughter, she used to throw tantrums, and once in a while, she still kind of do throw a tantrum, but she get agitated once in a while and get to crying and stuff and throwing tantrums, and I have to calm her down That's when you really got to have patience. You know, when they get frustrated, because sometimes once in a while they get frustrated because they can't verbally communicate with you the way they want, or they feel like you're not understanding what they're saying. They get a little frustrated. So when it gets like that, that's when your patience got to come in. You got to have patience. You got to try to calm them down. You know, keep loving on them. They even got calm toys for disabled kids and adults. They even got calm toys. Like one lady had a disabled child. She was a little girl, and she had her home built from the ground up, and she had them make a calm room for her daughter. Her daughter disabled. I think she was autism too. I think, I could be wrong, but I know she was disabled. And she made a calm room for her daughter and put a lot of calm toys and stuff in there. She went to buy, I don't know, I forgot where she got all them calm toys and stuff from. She went somewhere and bought them and fixed her daughter up a calm room with a lot of calm toys, big balls, you know. Because my daughter, when she was growing up, she liked them big old balls. She liked to take the balls and throw them in the air, or, you know, or throw them to somebody, let somebody catch the ball and let somebody throw the ball back to her. A lot of them kids, they like balls, and they like something gonna make them, autism kids and disabled kids, they like something gonna make them feel safe. So my daughter, her safety net is for her is her blanket. My daughter love laying up on the cover and blankets and stuff. So when she get into bed, she got to have her blanket, and she holds on to it like this and she'll go to sleep like that. Or sometimes she'll like lay on, she could be up on the blanket, she'll lay on me and go to sleep, or she'll be on one of my other kids and she'll lay on them and go to sleep. So yeah, they got to have that comfort zone. They got to have that comfort zone, that safety zone, something that's gonna make them feel comfortable and safe. And like I said, my daughter, everybody got their own. Every disabled child got their own thing that make them feel safe to them. My daughter love her blanket, and she love her cover. She don't never sleep without cover or blanket on the bed. She sleep even in the summer. My daughter get up under the blanket. I have to literally cut the fan up so she won't get too hot and start sweating under that blanket, because she loves her blanket, and you can't take it away from her, because that's her safety net. That's her comfort thing. That's the thing that comfort her, make her feel safe. She been like that since she was little. She loved blankets. So all disabled kids and stuff, they need something to make them feel safe and comforting. You know, so they need that comfort zone and that safety zone to make them feel safe. And my daughter also was born with bad nerves, so she easily get nervous. Like if she can go to the doctor, she'll get nervous, and you know she'll just start shaking. And like sometimes she used to run from the doctor. The doctor tried to give her a shot, she would run, and then I have to talk to her and say, "Come back, Triana. It's not gonna hurt. The doctor not trying to hurt you." And then when I reach my arm, I tell her, "Come back. The doctor not trying to hurt her. Give mommy your hand. The doctor not trying to hurt you. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt, Triana." She'll grab my hand, and I pull her right back, and then she'll go and sit there and let the doctor give her shots. But when she was little, about 5, 6 years old, they used to have to hold her down sometime to give her shots, because she used to cut up. She didn't want no shots for none of the rest. She used to literally run from the doctors. The doctor had to get her, hold her down to give her shots. But now since she got older, she would run, but she'll come back. Same thing when I take her to church. And the pastor like bring her up here for prayer. I could take her up to the altar for prayer. She'd get up there and she'll run, and then the pastor sit there and wait on her. Be like this. And the pastor talked to her, and see, for some reason the pastor be always knowing the right words to say to her. Cause then she'll walk right back and grab the pastor's hand like this, and come on over to let the pastor pray for her. Cause one time my daughter got real nervous because I took her to the altar for prayer, and a lot of the saints in the church were like surrounding her, and she got nervous and started running. And then my old bishop, he was like, "Y'all don't cry." He told them, "Y'all pull it back, don't cry on her." He said, "Cause that's making her nervous." He said, "If y'all step back and don't crowd y'all didn't crowd her, be too close, all up under her, like a whole big circle around her, and like a big crowd around her, being all crunched up on her." He said, "If y'all was to step back and get her some breathing air, some breathing room or whatever, she'll come back on her own." she know I love her. She know I'm not trying to hurt her. That's what my old bishop used to say. And so when they stepped back like the bishop told them, my daughter came and grabbed the bishop's hand like this and came on over there and let Bishop pray over her. And that's the same thing with every church me and my kids been in through the years. The pastor or the first lady of the church, they always would try to spoil my daughter and, you know, talk to him. One pastor knew how to talk sign language. He would tell her in sign language that he loved her and stuff. His name was Pastor Pippin. But he would tell her, my daughter in sign language, that he loved her. And some of the pastors in the church, my daughter would take to. And then and then she'll take their hands, because she don't like people like, my daughter, she the type of person, she don't like two people that crunch her up like this and hug her. So, but she will she'll grab your hand like this. And then if you want to kiss on the cheek, she'll do this. Let's kiss you on the cheek. But she's not going to let you just hug up real tight upon you like this. She's not going to do that because she get a little nervous. And so the different first ladies and the pastors of churches and stuff that my daughter was in through the years, they always was like, they're trying to, you know, hug up whatever. And especially the first ladies of the church, she'll get their hand, she'll take the first lady hand like this. And then she'll do that, let the first lady kiss on the cheek. She'll do that. But then they be understand like, oh, she don't like nobody getting too close. I'm like, no, she don't like to be crunch hugged like this. For some reason, she get nervous, you try to crunch hug her. So she'll get a little nervous. So then, you know, okay, they'll hug her like fall like this, and then grab her hand, kiss on the cheek, and all stuff like that. But yeah, and I was, you know, I thank the Lord for that, because, you know, the churches I've been in, raising my kids in through the years, the pastor and the first lady and all the saints in the church, they was very patient with my daughter. They was very understanding. They always kept her prayed up. I don't care, when I took her to the altar, somebody always laid hands on her. You know, and then when she used to get frustrated once in a while, and she used to go through the crying spells a lot when she was little. So when she get frustrated, she used to go through them crying spells. First thing the pastor said, Sister, I need to bring her up here. Let's put some oil on her, pray over her, they'll pray over her, and she'll stop crying. And won't cry for a long time. And just be happy and joyous or whatever, and be excited, and hella excited. She got a little excited voice when she get excited about something. Anyway, to all the parents in the world that has an autism child, God bless you. Keep on being a great mom and a great dad that you are. Keep on loving on your kids, getting them attention. That's about it. You know, just keep on being there for them, supporting them, and being everything your child needs you to be. Damo Wilson, I hope you see this video, because you are a great mom to your son, Dominique. And he is so smart and adorable and cute. I love your parenting when it comes to him. You are a great parent, so I hope to God you see this. You know. So, anyway, I'm about to end this video. I just want to do a story time and about my daughter that has autism, and speak out on that to all the parents in the world that has an autism child, and let them know, you know, it's not as hard. Once you get used to your child, like having it, and get used to their personality and how they is and how they act and how they behave or whatever, then, you know, it's become more easier for you. You know, and I took my daughter to the mall one day. Me and my other two daughters and my niece, the one that's a minister, we all got together, went to the mall one day, and my daughter was making little noises in the mall, and so people staring at her. And so my niece was like, my niece that's a minister, she was like, she's autistic, you know. And then my niece, you know, started like holding her hands, and my niece started speaking in tongues and holding her hand like she was praying over her in tongues or whatever. But she was telling everybody she's autistic, you know. And they was looking at my daughter like they never in their life saw a disabled person before. I was like, I know everybody in this world saw somebody that was born disabled. You know, and then when people stare at your kid like they never saw them before, you be like, come on now, I know y'all know better than that. Especially these grown people. They know better than to stare at a disabled child like they never saw them before. So my niece was like, she's disabled, she has autistic. You know, she's like, she has autism, she all right. Then my niece grabbed my daughter's hand, and she just started, you know, speaking in tongues and stuff and praying, and And then when my niece started speaking in tongues, I said, oh, she's a minister. I told people that stand at my daughter, she's a minister. And they look like, oh, okay, okay. And then they stopped staring at my daughter when I told them that. And my niece, she just kept on speaking in tongues and stuff. And I guess praying or whatever. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I hope all is well with everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. And I hope everybody's healthy and whole. Hope everybody's having a great day. I hope everybody have a great weekend. I will be bringing more videos for you guys. I just wanted to, talk about my autistic daughter. To all the parents in the world that have an autism child, let them know it's challenging once in a while, but it also can be good too. It can also be good because my daughter brought a lot of joy in my life through the years. She brought a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, a lot of love, So I call her my special child. Because she's my special child. She's God's special child. All disabled kids in the world are God's special child. They are God's angels. They came up the way they are. So I call my daughter my special child. And she has a special place in my heart because she's my special need child. So yes. So anyway, all right. I'm ending this video. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe, hit the like button. Hit the post notification button. Don't be no stranger. I'm gonna start putting I'm gonna put my Instagram email, my Yahoo email, my Cash App. I'm gonna start putting all that stuff down below. I'm new to this channel. Yes, I am. I'm new to this channel. I got my first grandbaby on the way. Like I told you guys, I'm happy. God is good. I have my first grandchild on the way. I'm 51 years old. Just not finna have my first grandbaby. My youngest daughter is 3 months pregnant with her first baby. I'm gonna take you guys on this journey with me. She's gonna start coming in the videos with me herself sometime. She just haven't been in my videos because she been having bad morning sickness. Oh God, sometimes she been having morning sickness so bad she ain't been able to get out the bed. So she been up in the bed all day because that baby been like, man, having her sick. And sometimes the baby been having her vomiting. She vomited last night like 2 or 3 times. She vomited 2 or 3 weeks ago. So yeah, that baby been having her sick. So I told her once she through her first trimester, the first 3 months, then she should be cool. Anyway, yeah, so that's the reason she really haven't been in the videos with me a lot, because she been dealing with the morning sickness and stuff like that. And so once she get through that first trimester, I'm going to start having her in the video with me so y'all can see her growing baby bump and see her through this pregnancy journey with me. She also going to come in the videos with me, and then she also got her own YouTube channel. Once she start coming to videos with me, we will give you the name of her YouTube channel too. So you guys can comment, like, subscribe, and hit the post notification button on her YouTube channel as well. So you can go on this pregnancy journey with me and her both. Anyway, I'm done for the night with this video. I love you guys. God bless you. Keep your head up. Positive vibes only. All is well. All is good. Keep on being happy. Keep on smiling. Jesus love you. And so do I. All right. Peace.